Right, the main problems we come across with regard to repairing dishwashers are seized motors due to inferior quality bearings. Also, the replacement of this motor is quite difficult due to the hoses being inaccessible and they're not Jubilee clips, so if we did need to replace a motor, we'd have to destroy the clips and fit new ones. Again, we have problems with the pumps, with the rubbers inside there, they perish over time. Also, rubbers on the hoses, they also perish over time, they become brittle and crack with usage. So you have a thermostat which goes back to the board. It's also connected to the electronic timer, which is integral to the board, so we can't actually replace the timer on its own. It would mean a replacement of the board.
Here's an example of a resin-filled circuit board. You can see here that the fuse can't be changed and any of the other compartments in here are difficult to replace. It would require getting a whole new circuit board for the machine.
We have suspension legs. The main problem with these are the seals. When they perish, they affect the stability of the drum. So when that drum's spinning from 12 to 1600 RPM, it's going to be loud. I've got a pump here, that's a pump seal. These go regularly, we fix loads of these. It's just poor grade rubber, and over time with the heat pumping out continuously, they do go wrong. Have interlock. This is basically that part there. So when you close the door, it sends a message to the board saying that the circuit's been closed. You can then select a function and the washing machine will work. When the interlock goes, it normally blows the board. And with the boards, you can't normally repair them. It would be an exchange item and they're not cheap to replace. Another main component of the washing machine is the drum. This involves the use of a bearing, a rubber seal, a shaft and a spider, and of course a stainless steel drum. Main problems with these, as you can see, the size of the bearing is quite small for the size of the tub, and also the rubber seal. The main reason the bearings go is due to water ingress through the seal, and it affects the operation of the bearings. Over time, the water ingress affects the bearings, they seize up, and that's basically what stops your drum from moving. It also affects the shaft on the washing machine, and the spider as well. This is cast aluminium, so it's quite brittle. When you get a large cranking force from the washing machine's motor, and this seizes up, normally this breaks. Also due to overloading, we get a few problems with that. With this washing machine, we can strip it down and repair it due to the cabinet being screwed together, but on some washing machines the drums are sealed. So say for example this washing machine here, if it had seized bearings or there's a problem with the spider, the only way to rectify it would be to replace the drum, and of course it's not cost effective to do that, so 9 times out of 10 you scrap the washing machine. Okay, the main problem with water heaters are in hard water areas. They develop a build-up of scale. This eats into the metalwork and causes them to fail. Another problem would be the thermostat, which is linked to the board. They also fail as well. If I wanted to replace this hinge because it had fractured or cracked, I would have to either take off the front or try and reach down in the back to fit the location plate, fit the door, and fit the screws at the same time. The main problems we come across with fridge freezers are thermostat faults, compressor faults, internal leaks, and board faults. Accessibility of parts such as boards for the fridge freezers. There's a specific board for each make and model, and they're non-interchangeable. This is a door seal fault, where you can see there has been split. So it's intact at the top, split halfway down. On this model you can replace the seal, so you can pull it out there and replace and re-glue the seal. Alright, common obstacles you face when fitting components to fridges are the interchangeability of the compressors. Say for example this compressor would only fit this type and size of freezer. Some of the components are interchangeable providing they're the same rating, but again it all depends on the fridge you're trying to repair. If this motor was damaged, for example, and we needed to replace it, there's two ways you can do it. You can solder it, or you can crimp it using one of these special tools. These aren't advised because they do leak. We don't use them here, but you can use that. Regarding screws and fixings for the doors and for the backs here, some are special tools and some are normal Phillips and flathead bits.
Reuse centres stock up where possible with spare parts of obsolete machines to repair those with potential reuse value. Unfortunately, there is a lack of access to spare parts, both from the point of view of their availability and their price. Another significant obstacle to repair is the lack of availability of repair and service manuals. They were once widely available. Today, they can often only be purchased at high prices.